if they have a lot of money, they'll have a better access on the internet than people like this 501c3 nonprofit Channel 27 quote-unquote.org. We're going to interview with Andrea Quijada from Media Literacy Project tonight, and she'll be on shortly by phone. She's ill, so she may not sound real healthy, but she'll be on the air. Is she on now?
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure that Floyd and Jack, our engineers tonight, they're being very helpful in making this show happen. So thank you guys, both of you, both engineers.
Well, we're waiting for Steve before the interview on the phone. We're waiting for Steve.
Okay.
No, I mean.
Oh no, we can go ahead on.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Andrea Quijada from the Media Literacy Project. She's on the phone. Andrea, can you hear me?
Hold on, complex.
Yeah.
Andrea? Is Andrea on the phone now?
I hit speaker. Yeah, I think so.
I can't.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I turned it up. Andrea, go ahead and speak so we can hear your level.
Great. This is Andrea Quijada, Media Literacy Project.
All right. Well, welcome, Andrea. This is Alan Cooper, and Steve Ranieri is here with me. We wanted to kind of highlight and showcase the meeting next Tuesday at 7 o'clock at the Hispanic Cultural Center at Bridge and 2nd Street. Next Tuesday night. So would you like to? Steve's back with us.
I'm back. Sorry.
So could you kind of give us an outline or kind of a preliminary sketch of Michael Kopp's and the importance of people showing up and in supporting an equal opportunity internet or an egalitarian internet?
Absolutely. The Media Literacy Project is co-hosting this town hall with our partner organizations, the Center for Media Justice and Free Press. And the town hall is really the culmination of nearly 2 years of work that we have done around the country and here in New Mexico to really push the FCC to ensure an open network and to also ensure that internet access is affordable. And one of the pieces of research that we did last year with the FCC was focus groups here in New Mexico. And many of the stories that we heard in New Mexico included how people often need the internet to stay connected to friends or families. For example, using Skype. Many people may use Skype to stay connected. It's an easy and cheap way to stay connected if you have access to the internet and have the hardware, have the computer to make it happen. If we don't have net neutrality, or if we don't have this open internet, something like Skype could either be slowed down, which would mean we might be using it, but the quality of the video wouldn't be up to par. And it also means that it could also cost more and become more expensive, for example, than a cell phone. And we also heard stories from young people who want to use the internet to be able to do their homework. And we had one young person who spoke about having to bike 17 miles to the closest library to get access to the internet because it wasn't available to him on Pajarito Mesa. We also heard stories of families who simply cannot afford the cost of the internet. As you know, here in New Mexico, you're looking at $60 to $70 a month just to maintain a connection. And internet is like water or electricity. It is a basic utility that should be accessible and affordable. And $70 a month is not affordable. When people are having to choose between having internet or buying groceries or having internet and being able to pay for prescription, that's not affordable.
So what you're saying, Andrea, is the internet has very quickly become a necessary commodity in our lives and in our culture.
Absolutely. People use the internet for all kinds of things,
Everything.
particularly something as basic as researching health information, wanting educational advancement, doing research, doing homework, doing distance learning. If someone has an online business at home, that's economic opportunities. And so there's just multiple ways it gets used, including more and more we see government programs and access to social services have moved online. And we feel strongly that if the government is going to move programs into a virtual space and into an online, if the only way we can access information is online, then the government has a responsibility in ensuring that we have access to that information. It should not be the corporations that are deciding this. It should be the FCC.
I think it's so true that so many things nowadays, you have to get online in order to register for this or register for that, and especially in terms of government programs. It's amazing how much people are being forced to sign up for whatever they need via the internet, and if people don't have access to the internet, they're just left out in the cold.
Well, they can't, in fact, there are government programs and government entities and agencies, local, state, and federal, that you can't even get to them unless you go on the internet.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I'm having a little hard time hearing you, so I'm not sure if it's a connection issue.
Well, we hear you clearly, and I want to thank you, Andrea. I know you're sick and you're ill, and that's why you're not at a critical meeting tonight. So we really appreciate your coming on the air to rally people to come to that meeting on Tuesday night.
Andrea, where do you think we need to begin in terms of dealing with these issues? I mean, is it a question of corporate policy, of government policy, both together that are just not working in terms of the public interest? Where would we start? What do you think?
Well, one of the calls to action that we're asking for right now is for people in New Mexico to show up to the town hall that we're co-hosting on Tuesday, November 16th at 6:30 p.m. at the National Hispanic Cultural Center, and you're gonna have the opportunity to speak directly to FCC Commissioner Michael Copps and also hear from him. He'll speak for a little bit earlier on in the evening. We are also going to have Jeffrey Blackwell, who is the chair of the Native Policy and Affairs Office of the FCC. We're going to also hear from Loris Taylor, the executive director of Native Public Media. Also, New Mexico State Representative Antonio Mo Maestas will be speaking. And Joe Garcia, also the chairman of the All Indian Pueblo Council. So we're really excited about the support that we're receiving from various levels for this particular event. And we're going to have the opportunity to hear directly from New Mexicans. So if folks come early and you're able to sign up to give your testimony, each person will have 90 seconds. What we're asking is for folks to say their name, where they're from, and what their issue is around the internet. Is it cost? Is it are they concerned about slowing down of speeds? Do people use the internet for their jobs? So all the stories that people have and the experiences that are very real in people's lives need to be shared with the FCC. And essentially, we're asking the FCC to reclassify broadband. What we're saying is we want broadband, we want the internet to be a communications service, and therefore the FCC can regulate the net neutrality issues. What that means is we want them to say, yes, we want to have an open internet. We believe that the open internet, which is what we've always had, is something that we should continue to have. For example, a search engine like Google was able to become Google because of internet freedom. They were able to build themselves up and become the search engine that they are today because of internet freedom, and yet companies, including Google today, are now going to the FCC and lobbying hard, saying they don't want internet freedom anymore. They want to be able to control who can go where and how fast they can get there on the internet. And we don't think that's okay. We believe that all New Mexicans deserve equal access to a 21st century democracy, and that means having an open internet.
Do you have a website you can give us so that the people who are listening and watching tonight can go to that website?